Hi guys, in this lecture I am going to explain how to upload an image in React Native using FormData. For explaining this lecture, I have already created one API users as upload slash image. In this API I am going to upload a FormData image. So for this one I need to check body. Here the key is file. I am going to select one file, choose file. I am going to upload this one. See, it's returning a result with uploaded status. And if I copy this image, you can see the image is already uploaded into server and it returns a URL. So this image is uploaded as a form data. Now I am going to replicate this in React Native. For that one, I have already created one project in my desktop. You can see image upload. So how to create this project? You can run the command npx react native init image upload. It will create a React Native project. I already created. I am going to run this project in my device. So for that one I need to just comment npm run android. So it will install the project in my device. Yes, installing the app. Yes, the project installation is completed. It will ask to yes. Now my project is running on device. I am opening my VS Code to see the code. Yes, this is my code which is running on device. Now I am going to remove all other unwanted things. I am going to remove all this style here. This all section I am going to remove, and this section also. So I'm just making as a just functional component, removing all other codes, and I am going to import one button here. And inside this code I am just creating a view style flex equal to 1, align items sender, justify content sender, fine. You can just put this in the same line. Fine. Now I am going to create a button here. Button title I can give just upload. Okay, fine. I am closing the button here. Now if I refresh the screen, I can see a button here with an upload text. Okay, now I am going to implement the uploading functionality in this button. For that we need to get the image first. I am going to install one cool library, React Native image picker. So I am going to install this one. So yarn add image picker. So I am going to install the library for selecting the image from our gallery. As this include native changes, I am going to run the project once more. Npm run android. Yes, it's completed the installation. Now what I need is whenever I am clicking on the button, it should open the image gallery. For that one, what I am going to do, I am going to import this one here. We can remove other imports which is we are not using. Okay, fine. We just added the image, this one. I am only going to use launch image library, not I'm using camera for now. Here we can just create one function, const open gallery. Okay, now inside this one, what I need to open the image, so we can check the code. Here you can see the code here, const await. I need to make this async, so I'm going to make this async. Fine. Now I need options. So for checking the options, we can just go to the examples. Here, click on the repository, example, src, yeah, app.js file. Yes, you can see different examples here. I am going to copy image one, this one. Okay, so just copy this one. I'm going to create an object here, const options. We can remove this include extra area. Yeah, other ones work fine. Okay, title is there, library is there. We are going to pick media type is photo. If you want to pick video, you can just change into video. So I am going to pick photo only, so I can just set the limit also to 1. Yes, fine. Now we can just console this one, console log. We can just check images. Fine. Now I am going to open my Flipper for getting the console. Go to the application, open the Flipper. Yes, Flipper is opened. Yes, we can just go to the logs. Yes, it will connect to our package here. Now click on the upload button. Yes, we didn't call that function, so we can just call that function on press. Yes, open gallery. Now again open the Flipper and click on the upload button. So we are getting an error, cannot find launch camera. So we have some error. So yes, it should be launch image with library, not camera. So you can just change into launch image with library. Again refresh the function, just go to here, clear all log. Now click on upload button. Yes, it's opened the gallery. I am going to file manager, download. We have one image here, just select OK. See, I am getting the response, image response. Fine. So now I am going to upload this image as a form data. Clear? In this lecture, I am going to explain little bit about form data. Form data is the way of sending data or file to the server. So we can just create a key value pair using form data. Form data interface provide a way to easily construct a set of key value pairs representing form field and their values. Now, how to create a form data? You can create a form data using form data, new form data. Now, if you are sending a form data, you should always declare content type is equal to multipart slash form data. The content type should be always multipart slash form data. Now, the way to declare a form data is const form data is equal to new form data. So, it will create a form data object. Now, if you want to append a value, how can append a value? Form data dot append the key and the value. So, it should be always append key and the value. Now, what are the value accepted by form data? One blob value will be accepted, file and string. These all values you can send through form data. Now, it will not accept array. Okay, you should every time you should remember form data will not accept array. So if you want to send a form data array in the form data, you should stringify that array. Also same for object, if you want to send an object, you should stringify that object. Form data only accept blob file string. Okay, so this should be care whenever you are creating a form data, whenever you are sending a form data to the server. Now we can continue our coding. We already got the response from the library. So if you just open the device, select one image, click OK. Yes, you can see the image response is coming here, right? So I can just response, or we can just change the name into images. Okay, now images, it is inside assets array, so we can just copy this assets of 0. Now if I just run the device once more, we can just select one image. Yes, we are getting the response correctly. We have a URI and we have a type file name. So we are going to create a form data now, as I already mentioned in the document how to create a form data. You can create a form data using const form data new form data. So I am going to create a form data here. So const, we can just say data or form data. It should be an object form data. Clear? Now I am going to append the file here. So how to append a file? Form data dot append, right? So my key here, it is file. So I am just copying this key here, file. Clear? It should be a string. Now I need to append a file in this form data. So for appending a file, you need to take care three things. One is URI, type, then name. These three things are important. Every time if you are appending a file, there should be a URI and a type and a name. So I am going to append this old value here. So URI, the file path. So file path is coming as at 0. If you look into the response, you can see file path is coming under URI. So I can just copy this one, URI. Now the second thing is type of the file. So we can just copy the type here, right? Images, it is coming under the same path. We can just add dot type. If you look into the console, you can see it is coming under the key type, right? Now the next thing is name. So it is not name, we can just copy the key here, name. It is coming under the key value file name. Okay, it is not name, so we should copy this key file name, right? So we have successfully created a form data. So form data, if you have sending a file, there should be three pair. One is URI, second thing is type, and then third thing is name, right? Now I am going to hit the API. So we can just check a documentation here. We can just go for React Native image upload using form data, right? We can just check out a documentation here, this document. Yes, fine. Now here we have appended the image. Now what we need to hit the API, right? So we can just copy the hitting part, right? So we can just paste it here. So I need to change into my URL, which is I am going to use here this URL. So I am going to change into my URL. I already added that URL here. So I am just copying this URL variable here, and the method should be post and body should be data. And the most important thing which I have mentioned in the slide, every time if you are sending a form data, the content type should be multipart / form data. So I'm just changing this one, content type. We don't want this semicolon, we can remove this one, multipart form data. Every time if you are sending a form data, the content type should be multipart slash form data, right? Now we need to make this JSON, so we can just copy the JSON code here. Let response.json is equal to await, right? Now I am going to print the response, console log response.json. Clear? So the three thing is, whenever you are appending a file, you should append URI type name, and the header should be content type multipart slash form data. Now I am going to hit the API once more. We can just open the flipper. I am going to select one image. Let's see whether it is uploading correctly. So I am going to select this image, clicks OK, right? So we are getting a error, cannot find the variable data. So we can just check out the document. Yes, we don't declare form data. We should body is form data. So we can just try once more. Download. I'm selecting one image. Yes, see, we are getting the same response as in Postman, right? Here, you can see there will be a URL and file name. In the response also we are getting URL response. If I just click here, you can see the image is uploaded correctly. Clear? This is the way of how to send a form data into server. So we have to very careful about the sending file. Now if you want to send an array in the form data, what you have to do? Form data dot append. If you are sending an array, this should be JSON. It should be stringify. JSON stringify array. Okay, JSON stringify array, whatever the array variable. Okay, you should not send the array directly. If you send an array here, this API will give response, because form data cannot append array. It can only append file, blob and string. Clear? So we can jump into the next lecture.